Here in front of me, I have two of the most powerful 15-inch MacBook Pros on the market. To the right of me, I have the old but still new 6-core Core i9 MacBook Pro, and to the left of me, I have the even newer 8-core Core i9 MacBook Pro. And in today's video, we're going to be figuring out which one of these two computers is fastest in a number of areas. We're going to be testing in video editing, photo editing, 3D rendering, and even a little bit of gaming in the ultimate cores versus clocks MacBook Pro comparison. And since we're talking about Macintosh computers, I figured this would be a perfect segue into today's video sponsor. I believe I mentioned this on the channel before, but I've been an IT professional for somewhere in the neighborhood of around 12 years now, with the latter half of that time working almost exclusively on Macintosh computers. So I know a thing or two about maintaining Mac OS. Now, generally, to keep all of my users happy and all of their Macintosh computers running as fast as possible, I use a laundry list of applications. So when the guys over at MacPaw asked me to check out their software, Clean My Mac X, I was super surprised to find a single piece of software that would do what I normally would use 5 to 6 pieces of software to accomplish. MacPaw's Clean My Mac X is packed full of a ton of really useful utilities, like for example their resource monitor that allows you to keep track of what applications are using what resources. It also can do other things like clear out your DNS cache, keep your computer up to date, free up much needed disk space, and much more. MacPaw's Clean My Mac X is a great utility for pretty much anybody of any technical level, so if you're interested in learning more about Clean My Mac X, I'll be sure to leave a link to it down in the video description below. Alright, so for the most part, these two MacBook Pros are completely identical. They both have 32 gigabytes of DDR4 memory, they both have a 512 gigabyte SSD, and they both have Radeon 20 graphics, and they're both even space gray. With the main difference, of course, being the CPU. So this one is going to have that Intel Core i9 2.9 GHz 6-core processor, and this one is going to have the Intel Core i9 8-core 2.4 GHz processor. So how did these two do in the benchmarks? Well, let's find out. Alright, so it's the next day and I've just gone over all the benchmarks, and here are just some of my thoughts. I'll try to keep it short and sweet. So when it comes to the 6-core MacBook Pro with Vega 20 graphics versus the 8-core MacBook Pro with Vega 20 graphics, looking at the benchmarking results, I don't really think it's worth making the upgrade. Most of the benchmarking results were within the earshot of each other, if not within the margin of error. Now, we did see some performance improvements in applications that did take advantage of the extra threads, like for example Handbrake and Premiere Pro, but to be honest with you, even with that performance increase, it still wasn't enough to make it worth the extra money. Now, if you aren't coming from the 6-core MacBook Pro and maybe you're coming from something older like one of the quad cores, you'll be super happy with this 8-core MacBook Pro. But no matter how you look at it, the way mine is configured, at the end of the day, it is still nearly a $4,000 laptop. So it's a bit of a hard laptop to recommend unless you really need the power. But I'm going to end this video right here. As always, if you guys have any questions about the MacBook Pro, do me a favor, leave them down in the comment section below. Also, while you guys are down there, if you like this video, hit the like button. And if it's your first time to the channel, consider subscribing. Once again, guys, my name is Fran. Thanks for checking out this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one.